What's up, DFS players? Alex here, and we are going through the best player props for today. So we have one NBA player prop for Game 3 of the finals, and then we also have an NHL prop. So we are going to be looking at PrizePicks. So we are going to be looking at the daily fantasy sports platform PrizePicks, and we are going to be looking for value. So again, PrizePicks is a fascinating platform, but it is literally critical to compare the lines on PrizePicks to those on the sportsbooks. Right, so here we can see a big pricing discrepancy between PrizePicks and the sportsbooks, and this is for Game 3 of the finals for Curry over 2.5 turnovers. Right, the sportsbooks have the over priced all the way from -160 to -180, but again, on PrizePicks, it doesn't matter if you take Curry's over or his under. It doesn't matter. Your payout doesn't change. Right, the way that PrizePicks works is any two picks you select, you're just going to be getting plus 200 odds, right? It doesn't matter if you take the overs, the unders, whatever, your payout's not changing. Two picks is plus 200 odds. So what this means is you can compare PrizePicks to the lines on the sportsbooks and look for where the sportsbooks have an outcome heavily favored, which implies it's likely to hit, right? So for example, for Curry over 2.5 turnovers, the sharpest sportsbook in the world listed under this OddsJam column, real-time odds from Pinnacle Sportsbook, the most efficient betting market, they have Curry's over 2.5 turnovers at -180. And they have the under at plus 132. So if we put that into a zero vig odds calculator, we see that their model is implying that Curry over 2.5 turnovers is 59.86% to hit. So that's going to be the first leg we have. Curry over 2.5 turnovers. The sportsbooks have it heavily juiced. And just going through the sports betting math, we can see that this player prop is 59.86% to win using real-time market data from Pinnacle Sportsbook, the most efficient betting market. So this is a sharp player prop to include in your PrizePicks entry, right? The way that every sportsbook works is they have, odds that are essentially determined by some model. The sportsbook's taking all their action, and they're backing out what do they think the win probability for this bet is, what do they think the true odds for this bet are, and then they vig their markets, right? So Pinnacle believes, the sharpest bookmaker believes, that Curry over 2.5 turnovers is 59.86% to hit. So that's the first player prop I'm rolling with. And again, all of these picks were just found on the OddsJam Positive EV Tool, which shows you line discrepancies between PrizePicks and the sportsbooks. So the second pick I also really like, and this is in the Oilers-Avs game. So can the Oilers at least win one game? And here we can see for Leon, under half of a total goal, so not to score a goal. This is -137 on PrizePicks, right? You're always going to be getting the same price on PrizePicks. Doesn't matter if you take the over or the under, but we can see the sportsbooks have the under heavily juiced, right? Pinnacle, the most efficient betting market, they have this all the way at -200 for him not to score a goal. And they have the over priced at plus 147. So essentially, according to their market, the market on the sharpest bookmaker, we should be winning this player prop on PrizePicks 62.2% of the time. 62.2% of the time, which you can see right here, 0.22% of the time. So another sharp player prop on PrizePicks. And again, the way PrizePicks works is because we're getting plus 200 odds on any two-pick entry, we need to be winning a third of our entries to break even, which means you have to be winning each of your player props on PrizePicks over 57.74% of the time to break even. So ideally, you're winning your player props on PrizePicks like 60% of the time. Then you would be profitable on PrizePicks as a DFS player. If you're winning your player props 50% of the time, you'll be highly unprofitable. So if you're winning your props 57.74% of the time, you're winning your two-leg entries a third of the time, and you're breaking even. So what we want to look for is player props that are hitting at a rate above 57.74%. So what we're doing is we're literally just comparing the lines on PrizePicks, right? The lines on PrizePicks to those on the sharpest bookmaker in the world, right here, and removing the juice from this market, from this sportsbooks market, to get an estimate of the fair win probability for our wager. Right? So for Draisaitl, Pinnacle is pricing that him to not score a goal is 62.22%. So that's what we're using as our estimate of the win probability for our hockey prop. So 2 player props, we have a hockey prop, we have an NBA prop. Both are hitting over this rate of 57.74% of the time. So we have a profitable entry on PrizePicks, and we'll go ahead and we'll hit it. So we'll hit this one, why not, for $500. And then we have 2 props on PrizePicks. Draisaitl not to score a goal, Curry over 2.5 turnovers, 500 to win $1,000 in profit. So then we can kind of figure out what's the profit margin of our player prop pick on PrizePicks. So you can see that we will be winning our player prop entry on PrizePicks 37.24% of the time, right? You just take these 2 win probabilities, they're uncorrelated events, you multiply them together, we're winning this PrizePicks entry 37.2% of the time. So 37.24% of the time, we're winning $1,000 in profit. The other 62.76% of the time, we're losing our stake of $500. So that lets us back out the EV of our player prop entry on PrizePicks, right? 37.2% of the time, we win a G. The other 62.75% of the time, we lose $500. So our player prop pick on PrizePicks has $59 in edge, $59 in EV, which is 12% profit margin roughly, 11.7%. So 2 player props on PrizePicks. Let me know if you like them. Let me know if you're tailing. Let's make some money on PrizePicks today. And again, thanks so much for your time.